What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Falcon Army Part 5. As you know, the last time we left off, the army kind of looked like this. Well, there was a lot that changed. I ended up taking this castle to brickuniverse, setting it up, and the castle did perfect. It went there and came back all in one piece. But what didn't was the minifigures. All of the army kind of got scattered. They lost their weapons. It was just a really poor way of packing, I guess. So a lot of that's going to change. They're more going to be put into these tackle boxes and kind of separated into different squads. I want the archers to be with the archers and stuff like that. Now, I know this might not be the easiest way to do this, but I think this is going to be the easiest way for me. They just simply have sections. I can pull the sections out and have it to where each little row is different. Now, they do come in different sizes, different things, and it's going to be the easiest way to pack them. I had a lot of nights that just everything kind of fell apart, and one of the things with mine is since it's not just an army, it's an entire castle. They're placed all over the place, and each individual character might not seem like it, but they are all part of a scene. So it's going to be one of those things that's just easier to keep archers with archers, the swordsmen with swordsmen, stuff like that. With these, I already use these for my animals, and I already use these for all my army building anyway. I keep all the weapons and stuff kind of separate, so it's just going to be that little bit of next level of detail. I do have another 88 Black Falcons to add to the army, plus I've got about 40 more on order. Now with this, as you can tell, not a lot of these have helmets, none of them have weapons, some of them have shields. All that is to come from that Lego Pick-a-Brick order that I got on the way. It should fulfill not only this, but some other figures I have coming. One of the things I didn't really pay attention to is I really don't have a lot of peasants and stuff like that, and I really wanted to show those. I need to show some town folk, and I just don't have any for the village at all. So a lot of that stuff is coming also, and I have heads and hair pieces and stuff like that to attach to all those to kind of show and include in the scenes that are going to be happening in the village area and around the castle. Not only these guys, but also when I displayed this up at brickuniverse, I actually did not display any of the 30 of my own guys. And I'm not really sure why. One of the things is it was kind of hard to portray scenes just because it was the Black Falcon Castle and that's it. And I know going into Brick Fair, it's going to be pretty much the same thing. I'm going to finish that waterway and I'm going to finish the little area out front and I'm going to try to work my way into the village as much as possible. But it's just clearly not going to be done. The entire thing is going to take way too many pieces and way too much time. And I don't have that. I literally now only have about 5 weeks. The other questions I got a lot at brickuniverse is why didn't I include this guy? Now this guy right here is just one of those things where it's great, it's a iconic piece in the Lego castle theme, but I do not like this dragon. Now don't get me wrong, it is very cool, it is very nice, and it is very iconic like I said, but as you've seen it before, this fantasy needs real dragons. Now both these dragons are going to be in the castle. Once again, I'm not taking them out. I had somebody that asked me if I was going to remove them because I got a lot of feedback from it, but I'm just not. This is my castle. I wanted to be in the fantasy realm and I want these dragons. Plus these things just look really, really awesome. I mean, compared to this right here, these things just kill it aesthetically. So now I bet you're wondering what happened to the rest of the army. And the answer to that is absolutely nothing. As you can see, they are still all intact. I got them back together. I did switch up a couple things. I wanted to keep the archers all looking alike. I did want to keep all the swordsmen looking alike. So I've kind of ranked these now into categories. And the categories are going to show where they are actually placed upon the battlefield. Now, like I've said before in some of these other videos, and I'll repeat 1,000 times, you don't want the archers anywhere up front. You want them in the back and up high. Those arrows got to be able to be shot, descend, and hit whatever the enemy is from far away. If you have them up close, it just defeats the purpose. They're going to get killed a lot easier. That's where all the swordsmen come into play with the shields. You want the sworded shieldmen up front. That way they can take the blunt part of the damage and they can kind of sort out the incoming crowd. Now with a lot of these, I did create my own little shields and showed them with some spears to kind of help them out. So there's going to be a couple of these guys put with each squad around the battlefield. I also went back and created some backpack guys. I got plenty of guys that are going to be holding banners. I know there's no banners right here. They're still put up. I'm trying to take care of those. So every time I take them down, I actually put them in their own separate box to where they kept flat. And that way they do not get messed up. So with these guys right here, that brings my total to Black Falcons to 502. So I'm stopping right there. There's going to be no more Black Falcons ordered. I am going to continue ordering the other guys. I've got about 175 of the opposing team coming, which I'm going to end up going with the Lion Knights. So in this battle, there's also going to be some forestmen thrown in. There's going to be some orcs and some other stuff. Now, one of the things that these guys are having to deal with not only the Lion Knights is there are about 4 of these guys. So who are these guys, you might ask? These guys are the wizards and the necromancers. So what they're going to actually be doing is the Lion Knights that are fallen to battle are actually going to be, which is where these guys come into play. Now the bad thing about this is not only are the Lion Knights going to be coming back to life, but there will be some Black Falcons that are going to have to fight themselves. So it's actually going to be hard to tell if you're a friend or an enemy. Now with all these guys, including the Lion Knights that I've got coming, the Forestmen I've got coming, the rest of the Black Falcons, I'm going to have somewhere around 1,000 minifigs in this, and that's where I'm going to stop. 1,000 minifigs for about 77 base plates I think is absolutely perfect. It's going to show a lot without looking too cluttered. Now don't miss next week's video. It'll be me continuing along that river around the castle and hopefully finishing it and moving forward onto the village area. I'm trying to get as much of this done before Brick Fair. That way I can have it to where it's not just the castle. But that is going to be kind of hard, like I said before. I've only got a little bit of time. And after that, the next video will be another army building video, but it's going to be for the Lion Knights. It's not going to be for these guys at all. Like I said, I should have all of these done and ready to move forward to the Lion Knights. I have to get them all outfitted with armor and everything else, just like I did these guys. But now that you know the Lion Knights have necromancers on their side, what do you think is all going to happen? Now, if you like this video, don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment down below and let me know what you think. And don't miss next week's video. Peace. P.S. I got 2 goats.